So hello everyone, once again welcome back to our channel, that is English Grammar and Literature World. Students, in today's class we are going to cover total 25 questions from prepositions. In our earlier classes we have completed a lot of classes on this particular topic. Okay, and if you want to join our Telegram channel, then link in the description, and the PDF of this class will be available in our Telegram group. So let's begin today's class. Look at the first one. She is sitting dash her mother. So the correct answer is option A, that is beside. Actually beside means next to, okay, or by the side of. So in this sentence the girl is sitting next to her mother, therefore beside is the correct preposition. Next, the book is dash the table. So the correct answer is option A, that is on. Okay, on is used when something is placed on the surface. So here the book is resting on the surface of the table, that's why we have to use on. Okay, so the book is on the table. Next, the keys are dash the drawer. So look, here the correct answer is option A, that is an. An is used when something is inside an enclosed place. Okay, so here drawer is an enclosed space. So that's why we have to use preposition in. So the keys are in the drawer. Understand? Next, the cat is dash the sofa. So look, the correct answer is option B, that is under. Under means below something. Okay, so here the cat is under the sofa. Okay, so the sentence shows the position of the cat beneath the sofa. That's why we have to use the cat is under the sofa. So under is the correct answer. Next, the eagles are flying dash the clouds. Here the correct answer is option D, that is over. Over means above something. Okay, so the eagles are flying over the clouds. Understand? So here the eagles are flying at the higher level than the clouds. That's why we have to use over. Next, the stone rolled dash the hill. So in this sentence the correct answer is option B, that is down. Actually down indicates movement from higher position to a lower position. Okay, a stone naturally rolls from the top of a hill towards the bottom due to gravity. That's why the stone rolled down the hill. So preposition down is the correct answer. Next, the picture is hanging dash the wall. So in this sentence the correct answer is option B, that is on. Actually on is used when something is attached. Okay, something is attached. So here the picture hangs attached to the surface of a wall. Okay, that's why we have to use preposition on. The picture is hanging on the wall. Okay, next, the shopping mall is dash the street. So the correct answer is option D, that is across. So across means on the side of. Okay, so the sentence suggests that so shopping mall is located on the opposite direction. Opposite direction. Okay, so that's why you have to use the shopping mall is across the street. Next, the car is parked dash the garage. So the correct answer is option B, that is in. In is used when something is inside. When something is inside an enclosed place. Here garage suggests enclosed space. Okay, so a garage is covered an enclosed place where vehicles are kept. So The car is parked in the garage is the correct answer. Next, the pen is dash the notebook. So here the correct answer is option A, that is inside. So inside means within or in the inner part of something. Okay. So here the pen is kept within the notebook. That's why we have to use preposition inside. Next, the book is dash the shelf. So look, the correct answer is option A, that is on. On is used when something is placed on a surface. Okay, a book kept on a shelf rests on the surface of the shelf. So the book is on the shelf is the correct answer. Next, the cat jumped dash the fence. So the correct answer is option A, on. On because the preposition on is used when something is placed on the surface of another thing. The cat jumped dash the fence. So the correct answer is option B, over. Over is used to show movement. From movement across or above something from one side to another side. Okay. In this sentence, the cat moves across the fence by jumping from one side to another side. Understand? That's why we have to use preposition over. So the cat jumped over the fence. Next, the plane flew dash the mountain. In this sentence, the correct preposition is option A, over, because over is used when something moves another. So over is used when something moves above another thing from one side to another side. In this sentence, the plane is flying at a higher level. Okay, that's why we have to use preposition over. So the plane flew over the mountains. Next, the ball is dash the box. Here the correct answer is option A, that is in. In used when something is inside. I have already told you, in always suggest inside. Okay, so when something is inside an enclosed space or container, we have to use preposition in. So in this sentence, here the box is a enclosed place. So we have to use preposition in. So the ball is in the box. Next, the sun is shining dash the sky. So here the correct answer is option A, that is above. Above means at a higher position. Okay, so here the sun appears higher in the sky. So it is described as a, here the sun is shining at a higher position. That's why we have to use preposition over. So the sun is shining. That's why we have to use preposition above. So the sun is shining above the sky. Next, the dog is dash the bed. The correct answer is option A, that is on. On is used when something or something is resting on the surface of another thing. Here the dog is resting on the surface of another thing. Okay, so the dog is on the bed. So on is the correct answer. Next, the book is dash the bag. So here the correct answer is option in. So the book is in the bag. Okay, so in used when something is inside an enclosed space or container. That's why in is the correct answer. Next, the cat is sleeping dash the chair. So look at the sentence. Here the cat is sleeping. Obviously option A, under. Okay, under the chair. So under means below or beneath something. Okay, so in this sentence the cat is sleeping beneath the chair. That's why we have to use option A, under. Next, the keys are dash the table. So here the correct answer is option A, that is on. So the keys are on the table. Okay, so on is used when something is placed on the surface of another thing. Here the keys are resting on the surface of a table. That's why we have to use preposition on. Next, The train is passing dash the tunnel. Actually, here the correct answer is option C, that is through. So the train is passing through. Okay, through the tunnel. Through is used when something moves inside an enclosed space from one side to another side. Okay, a tunnel is a passage with walls around it, so the train moves inside it. That's why we have to use preposition through. Next, the painting is dash the wall. So here the correct answer is option A, that is on. So the painting is on the wall. So on is used when something is attached or to touching a surface. In this case we have to use preposition on. Okay, next, the fish is swimming dash the water. So here the correct answer is option A, that is in. The fish is swimming in the water. In also suggests inside. So inside the water, that's why we have to use preposition in. So this is the last one. Look at the question. The cat is hiding dash the bed. Is it under, is it on, is it in, or is it inside? So what is the right answer? You have to tell me in the comment section. So here are total 25 questions with explanation. So if you want to join our Telegram channel, then link in the description to get free PDFs and daily quizzes. Till then, keep reading, keep writing, and keep watching English Grammar and Literature World. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.